Hello all, welcome to another video. In this video, I want to discuss the pressures of self-improvement. Now on this channel, I talk a lot about self-improvement, of achieving and success and all that, but I do believe that it needs to be properly balanced. There comes a time where we need to stop pursuing self-improvement and really just allow ourselves to just be as we are. And the reason is because self-improvement, the constant need to be ambitious, the constant pursuit of whatever success that we deem to be can be very detrimental to our health when it becomes too pressuring, when it becomes too relentless, when we become lost in our ways, when we become too competitive, egotistic, when we start neglecting our basic needs such as family and friends, when all we care about is improving to the point where we just become lost within our own ambition, that we just don't know how to sit with ourselves. We always feel the need to be busy, always feel the need to be productive. That's when self-improvement can be toxic and detrimental to our health. And we really need to recognize when we're going down that path. We just need to really take a break from it. And a real test towards whether self-improvement is becoming toxic for you, that I found within myself, is that can you sit with yourself? Can you just sit here and do nothing? The hardest thing for people, most people, is the inability to just sit here and do nothing. We always feel the need to be on our phones. We always feel the need to be on some sort of entertaining platform or something that takes us away from the moment, because if we just sit here with who we are, we discover things that we're afraid of. We discover things that we're trying to evade. We discover things that we just don't want to confront. And it's scary for a lot of people. So we use social media, we use our phones as a crutch, we use a lot of social media platforms to escape from it. And self-improvement isn't about escaping. Self-improvement is about, to me, it's about unlearning a lot of things that you learned. Yes, it's about learning new knowledge, because life is an eternal search for knowledge. It's an eternal pursuit of knowledge, but it's also about unlearning a lot of things, unlearning concepts that you thought once were you, or you thought were helpful, and maybe at a point where it's really bringing you down. It's about unlearning a lot of things, letting go of a lot of things. A great example is a story that I read. I forget the source of it, but I do remember the story. It's about a monk and his three students. They were walking in a forest, and they came across a pretty big rock. And the monk told his students, "I want you to tell me how heavy the rock is." So each of his students went to the rock and attempted to pick up the rock, and each one of them failed. And they all concluded that the rock is heavy. And the monk basically replied saying that if it doesn't have to be heavy if you don't pick it up. It doesn't have to be heavy if you don't pick it up. And that simple short story really speaks to our burdens that we carry, the pressures that we carry, that life doesn't have to be heavy. Our burdens don't have to be a load on our back if we don't pick it up. If we can just simply let it go. A lot of the pressures that we put on ourselves is from ourselves, is on ourselves, based on our own choice. Yes, we feel the pressure from family, from friends, from our career, from whatever it is, but ultimately it's our choice whether we do it or not, and we have the power to let it go, and that's within our control. It's not within our control to control anybody around us and what they do. It's within our control to play the game, and we don't have to play the game. We can simply let it go. This constant pursuit of information, this constant need to be stimulated, this constant need to gain. Similar to water, when we trek on water, we just make it that much more blurry. But when we let water settle, it becomes clear and we gain more clarity. Information, knowledge works in the same way. Is that by gaining more, sometimes we make things a lot more messy, and we just really forget about the knowledge that we already have, or that we have already learned. We just have this constant ambition to want more. And so we need to just let things settle, let things take their natural course, and then things become clear. Things become a lot more the solutions become a lot more clear when we allow things to just settle, allow things to be. And those are things that I'm trying to integrate in my life, is just by being able to really just sit with myself and just be with myself and be more investigative of what's going on in here, being more investigative of what I'm feeling inside rather than quickly running away from it, because I'm guilty of that. Takes one to know one, and I know that very well. So really try to just allow things to take their natural course and just let things settle. Things don't always have to, you don't always have to be in this need of constant gaining. We can let things go as they may, and you know, things always work out. You know, there's so many things about you that you don't have any control over, but it just somehow works. It just works. It just does its thing. You're breathing, right? You don't force yourself to breathe. Your body just does it. You don't force your hair to grow. Your body just does it. Nature works in the exact same way. It doesn't force anything. It just, but it, you know, it always takes its course. It always does its thing. Life, if you really look at it, where you are right now, life just takes its natural course for you to feel safe, for you to be safe, to be where you are right now. And that's something that's just divine and out of our hands, and we just have to put our faith and trust in it. You can call it the universe, you can call it God, whatever is your definition of a higher power. Whatever it is, it's taking care of you, and you really have to put your faith in it. And sometimes that's the best method to letting go. It's just putting your faith into something more divine, more higher than you, and just really taking to that sort of context that you're being guided and directed, and that where you are is exactly where you need to be. It's hard to believe, but that's where faith comes in. That's where we can put our faith. And yeah, I think I've rambled enough. Just wanted to put that out there. That's just pretty much it for this video. I hope you got something, and like always, see you on the next one.